Hi guys, it's Sam from Creatively Sam's, and today I've taken a plain glass candle holder and glammed it up. You want to see how I did this? Stay tuned. It's coming up next. Okay, what I have here is, this is an empty candle container that's been washed out and all the fingerprints and everything are taken off. Glossy Mod Podge. Holographic extra fine glitter in silver. I got chunky silver glitter, and I got this at Walmart, and I think I got this at Michael's or Joann's recollection. I have an empty cup and a craft stick to stir everything together, a paintbrush, and a sponge brush. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. Most of the time I don't like using a sponge brush because it has a tendency to flake off sometimes. And I really don't need black in this. I have my X-Acto knife. And I have some mirror mosaic stickers. I got two packages here. I'm not sure how many I'm going to use. But I've had these since way before Christmas, and I figure I might as well use it. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open these, and I'm going to take a strip of these. I'm not sure if I'm going to use one or two wide. I'll decide once I get it going here. Okay, I think I'm going to use 2 wide, and I'm going to go 1 below the lip, which will take me down 3. So I'm going to just take the, I'm going to bend them, and I'm going to use the X-Acto knife to cut the backing. And after I get my strips cut, I'll be back. Okay, to make sure I get these spaced out right, I have a piece of paper here, and I'm just going to go around here and trace the bottom. I'm going to cut this out, and then I'm going to fold it. And that way I always get it spaced out just right. Okay, I cut this out just a little bit bigger so that it wouldn't fall through. And I'm just going to fold it in quarters. And that way I can tell exactly where the half and quarter marks are. Okay, now with a black Sharpie, I'm going to mark and then mark it on the sides here. It doesn't have to be exact. I'm just a very strange person when it comes to stuff like this. Okay, now that I have it marked, I'm just going to take the paper off the back, and there's adhesive on there, and this is actually pretty strong adhesive, surprisingly. Okay, I got it on one side, and I'm going to put it on the other 3. Okay, I've got them on the 4 sides, and I cut out some squares that are 2 by 2, And I'm going to set these up as a diamond shape right in the center. I'm going to do that on all four sides. Okay, I've got all the mirror on and I have that set aside. And now I'm going to put some of the glossy Mod Podge in this cup. And I'm going to put a lot of this fine glitter in here. And the larger glitter, I'm not going to put as much in there. And I'm going to stir this up until it's mixed very well. I don't know if you can see how the Mod Podge is still separated from it. So I'm going to be stirring this for about a minute. Okay, I've got it all nice and mixed, and I'm just going to dip the brush in here and I'm going to lay this on the glass. And the reason that I'm doing it after the mirrors are on is because I want the mirrors to be able to stick well, and they'll stick to the glass better if there's no glue on there first. And this is going to take a while because I don't want it to get on the mirrors, just around them. And we'll be back after I get that done. Okay, I got the first coat on and I'm going to let it dry and see if it needs touched up anywhere, because Mod Podge has a tendency to dry a little clear, and which is fine, but I don't want it to have big bare spots. And we'll be back in about an hour. Okay, the first coat is dry, and I don't know if you can tell back here, you can see through it pretty good. So I'm going to give it one more coat of the glitter glue and let that dry, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, I put the second coat on, and I decided to add just a little bit, a very light dusting of this over top of the wet glitter glue, and it's sparkling like crazy. But I think what I'm going to do is add a small Aurora Borealis rhinestone to the center of that with a little hot glue. I definitely like the way that broke that up. Okay, all it needs is a candle. And let's turn on the light and see how it looks. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. So, if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and happy creating, everyone.